My name is Eva Perrott. I am a sculptor and performer, and I have just finished my BA at Belfast School of Art. Inspired by fringe paleontological theories, my practice takes me around the coast of Ireland, where I collect osteological specimens and take them back to my lab or studio, where I am able to analyse and organise them before displaying my findings. I use casting techniques to create false specimens, which I then insert into these collections, often creating elaborate narratives about how they were found or what they are. During the last year, I spent some time researching in the osteology department of the Ulster Museum. There, I observed drawers and drawers of human and animal remains combined, some labelled, some partially, some incorrectly, and some not at all. I aim to capture a sense of this chaos, the feeling of a mass collection and the struggle to sort, organise and understand. This crab, housed in an antique cabinet, is made of salt, using a casting method that I invented. I enjoy experimenting with material properties and pushing my medium to its limits. The original crab I used to make my moulds washed up last summer during a time when I was researching preservation of the body. Salt naturally felt like the right material to work with. Not only is it synonymous with the coastal environment, but it has played a significant role in bodily preservation throughout history. The salt crab is a fragile, soluble object, completely unequipped to survive in a sea environment. The crab is displayed alongside a hydrograph, measuring the humidity levels in the cabinet. It mimics the scrupulous attention paid to museum objects deemed worthy. Accidental mummification is a term that I have coined over the last year. I used it a lot when talking about the bodies found in bogs across Ireland, where the earth had unceremoniously preserved Iron Age and modern remains alike. They lie lost in the bog until they are discovered, dug up, and after their hair follicles and the contents of their intestines have been examined, they are placed on public display. I wanted to explore this process, so I collected a desiccated mouse that had been violently killed by a cat. I kept it preserved in a box of silica gel, but after discovering that many bog bodies displayed in museums are casts made after the original had begun to decompose, I decided to also cast the mouse. I made a sacrificial metal cast, so the body of the mouse was destroyed, treating the process as a sort of mourning ritual. The mouse is displayed in an antique dentist's toolbox, in which I have included a tooth of my own, removed from my mouth earlier this year. I wanted to echo the jumble of human and animal remains I observed in the museum, as well as the separation of various parts of the same human skeleton for the purpose of display within the museum setting. The use of my own body part encapsulated both of these ideas. Combined with other found specimens, the dentist box creates a cabinet of curiosities, which is placed atop a school desk. My spine is made from that of a cow, its partial remains found in a field. It has been cast in recycled uranium glass, a popular material for homeware before the Cold War. I have paired the spine with a Cold War era Geiger counter, which is measuring background radiation. This piece explores the rise and fall of the nuclear age and how specific specimens can have massive societal impacts depending upon what conclusions are drawn and what theories are speculated. The ultraviolet light inside the cabinet reacts with the uranium to create a luminous phosphorescence. This light is on a timer, directly inspired by a section in the Ulster Museum's geode area. The cabinet also houses a collection of bones, partially labelled and bagged, even more partially correctly done. Another drawer contains 14 years' worth of fossil collecting from the Antrim coast. This large metal vertebra is an example of an impossible object which I use to create narratives. It is a cow bone that I have scaled up by a factor of 3.5, using scale drawings and clay before being cast in aluminium. I designed it to be as large as the university crucible would accommodate. I am hoping that this is just the starting point for an extra large hoax chimera project, which I'm hoping to embark on as soon as I have access to facilities. For me, my degree is a starting point for multiple, much more ambitious projects that I'm keen to get working on. This award would kickstart my career as a professional visual artist and allow me to continue my creative growth at the fast rate which I've observed while on the BA. I am confident in the space that my work occupies within the contemporary world of visual arts, as it relates to all of us through its commentaries on anthropological studies, and it contests ethical issues within scientific practices which need to be addressed. Thank you.